there's a lot of communication for us to do between now and the release of the app in a couple of weeks. It won't be tracking people's movements. What it will be doing is obviously tracking what phones you come in contact with. So what that means is if someone gets diagnosed with COVID-19, it will be able to go back and say to anyone who's been in contact with that particular phone, you have been in contact with someone who's now been diagnosed with COVID-19 in the last 14 days, and you should go and get yourself tested to make sure that you don't have that. I think Matt is right, and I think you're absolutely right. We need to give people ironclad assurances that the data will be deleted at the end of this process. I know that Stuart Robert has said that the code will be released so that people can get some level of comfort around what the app does. And I think that one of the reasons that not as many people in Singapore downloaded it as we're hoping will in Australia is that in Australia it's the grand bargain. So we can start to release, release some of these restrictions that we have. People can start to get back to work. We can have normal amounts of movement again if more than 40% of people download this app. If they don't, then we will have to continue with some of the social isolation procedures and protocols that we have in place. That's the trade-off that we have. But once again, you're absolutely right. We need to make sure that at the end of it, the data is gone. But people like Barnaby are wrong when they say that this would allow the government to trace where you've been. It won't enable the government to do that. And I understand the confusion. It's using Bluetooth.
Well,